Hi, my name is Tuija Marstio and I represent Laurea University of Applied Sciences in Finland, where I work as an expert in digital pedagogy. In this short video, I will describe you the thinking behind learning design. As we have seen, the technological advances are playing an important role in the trends of learning. As an example, we can think of the emergence of teaching offered online and in a hybrid modality. And of course, the corona pandemic has speeded up the use of technology. Another example is the increased use of videos to support learning. However, teaching is often based on the production angle instead of focusing on the learner experience. It's because the education systems have traditionally been very teacher-oriented, based on the earlier predominant concept of the basic nature of learning. We are used to think that we are producing courses instead of focusing on the design of a learning experience which brings along new knowledge and skills. With the traditional teacher-led approach, we define the student's role as passive recipients of information. But thanks to digitalization, views to teaching have changed, and the teacher-led approach gradually begins to turn to student-centered approach. Teachers are gaining new skills in using digital media in teaching, and partially due to the corona pandemic, they are learning how to reconfigure their face-to-face teaching to online modality. Hence, we need to put the student at center and to give up the production approach. This way, we can place more emphasis on the student's own activity, individual learning habits, and the learner's responsibility for his or her own learning. In place of thinking that we are producing a course, we can frame our thoughts around facilitating a unique learning experience. Application of technology has increased the transparency of learning process and enabled that this process is documented. Also, through the use of technology, the ownership of learning is now shifting more and more to the students. From the point of view of learning, it's desirable to strive towards a collaborative learning and to make use of the potential of technology to enable communication between the students. This applies for the students as well as the teacher community. Like for students, for teachers, it means that we share openly with our peers our good practices. Now, let us consider where the concept of learning design comes from. In this course, we have been discussing how the technology has entered all walks of life and also teaching. The perceptions of learning and the roles of the teacher have expanded. Therefore, we need to rethink teaching design from a new and wider perspective. Teachers' competencies can be summarized with the TOTEMK model, which structures them into three areas: content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and technological knowledge. How then to combine these fields of knowledge with student orientation? We can do it by applying design thinking processes and methods. In other words, we can take advantage of the way a learning designer thinks. That brings along user orientation, co-development methods, visual modeling, and creativity. In the past, technology was utilized to provide new ways to channel and present teaching materials. It is now thought that the role of technology is to help the students to think for themselves and to provide a structure for the learning path. Incorporating digital tools to support learning is an elemental part of learning design. Offering up-to-date content is also there naturally. Pedagogy is the art of teaching, and often it is not visible to others. In learning design, technology can help to make the teacher's intuitive practices visible while documenting them. So, this slide describes one way to explain how the learning design concept is formed. We can conclude that the learning design is a product of an era exploiting digitalization in teaching and learning. And it can be utilized regardless of whether the learning experience is built in a classroom or in an online environment. Thanks for watching this video that has been produced as part of the TOTEMK project.